Okie doke. Welcome back, people. Let's pick up with more of the adventures of Tim Allen. Last time, if y'all recall, we got really frickin' close to... We got pretty far against Elden Beast. And honestly, I don't know if there's anything else to do but continue. I wasn't fighting that especially well anyway. Welcome to the stream, Brittle. I forgot that I redid my Wondrous Physics, so I popped it at kind of an awful time, and... well... a lot of it went to waste. Really? Okay. Off to a decent start. I think we've got a reasonable number of flasks. Now it's just a matter of being smart during the Elden Beast fight. I hate the hitbox on that so much. There's a hitbox somewhere just behind the thing. Like, there is no visual cue. There's nothing making contact with me, and yet if I don't dodge at the right time, I die. You know what? Let's just start fresh. I made several bad plays right at the start of that fight. And that's not a good way to, well, start off the fight. I thought I rolled in time there, to be honest. One thing that y'all have probably noticed that I'm trying to emphasize is using my full-on heal spell as little as possible. Because if I'm playing intelligently, I can get away with using Blessing's Boon, which gives me healing over time, instead. Why do I never have that outspaced when I think I do? a waste of an opportunity and some effort. That was a bit of a longer fight than last time. We used a few more resources. We should still be alright, I think. As long as we've got like roughly 10 flasks going into Elden Beast and we use them pretty intelligently, we should be okay. It's just that later part that is an issue. The using them intelligently bit. That was bizarre. Melee. Oh yay. Elden, stars, and fire. Okay, well, we're officially into phase 2. What? I was so out of the range. Come on, melee. go for melee attacks. More than one, please. I need the combo to get enough time to attack. Really, Elden stars again. realize that I'm running out of FP, I'm going to use Starlight Shards. Just 2 more attacks that I can punish. I think that's it. Maybe. Just maybe. Yes! Yes! Guys, we did it! We actually did it! Bruce, I don't know if you just showed up, but if you did, you just missed the killing blow. We just beat the game. Oh, good. I'm glad you could catch it. We just won. Tim Allen has become Elden, is about to become Elden Lord. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and equip all of our tools, except that one because I want to keep that one where it is. We're going to equip all of our tools to the hotbar so that we can scroll through like this. Oh, we finally did it. That took such a long time. I'm sorry, I just have to enjoy this moment. This has been so long in the making. So long in the making. Alright, it's time for Tim Allen to marry Ronnie. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, we are going to make one stop. And after we do that, we might go and, like, do a couple of things that we never did during the main file.
I see.
Roderica, I did it. Master Hugh, I did it. Thank you for the hydrate, Brittle. Oh yeah, unfortunately we never actually helped Nefeli or did anything with her, so she just vanishes after a while. Alright. I want it mentioned. I have known about this ending for ages. I have done what it takes to earn this ending in I think every file I think both files I've completed. And a few other files that I haven't completed yet. And yet, I have never watched this cutscene because I wanted to wait until I was actually taking this ending. Because you have two options here. You can touch Marika and mend the Elden Ring with just 2 runes of your own, restoring it to its original state, or with any mending runes that you've picked up. For example, we got this one from Fia. There's also one if you complete Dung Eater's questline, or Brother Corrin's. Or we can begin what I believe is the Age of Stars. Time to marry a 4-armed ghost puppet lady who happens to be blue. And have 2 faces, and 1 eye on each face permanently shut. Alright, I'll shut up so that we can enjoy the scene.
The battle is over, I see.
Hey look, it's your stepmom, Ronnie.
I do solemnly swear to every living being and every living soul. Now cometh the age of the stars. 1,000-year voyage under the wisdom of the moon. Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching the great beyond. Into fear, doubt, and loneliness, as the path stretcheth into darkness. Well then, shall we?
Okay, which hand do I reach for, though? Because
My
this
fair
is
consort eternal.
deliberately confusing. Achievement unlocked. Age of the Stars. You know what, folks? Just to make sure that this is available to anyone who wasn't here in time or didn't catch all of the fight or whatnot, I am going to make a point of getting this uploaded to my YouTube channel as soon as I can. I believe I've got a video scheduled for tomorrow morning, so it might be tomorrow afternoon or Sunday morning. I can't actually check that, I guess. I've got the window open. Oh, never mind. Okay, if I upload it... If I start the uploading process tonight, I can have it uploaded and ready for tomorrow. Oh. Oh, I knew it was possible, and of course, it had to take Starlight Shards to finish it up. To be fair, in absolutely none of those battles were Starlight Shards a necessity. Yeah, I have a YouTube. Hang on. I think I linked to it from my Twitch channel, but just in case... Let me make sure this is linking the way that I wanted it to. Yeah, here we go. It's really just a stream archive. I should clarify that right now. I don't edit videos or anything. I did reach out to a buddy and ask if they could edit a small part of the fire giant fight into a short because, well, frankly, that one particularly tragic death to fire giant was the most emotionally the most emotional part of this entire run. Yeah, totally. Fire off a sub. You can access almost all of my streams there. There are a few that I've forgotten to record, or a couple that I chose not to upload for whatever reason, but yeah. Honestly, someday I wouldn't mind doing like an online class in video editing and trying to edit some stuff together, but at the same time, I don't know if I'll ever get around to it. It's just one of those things. I'm trying to think which thing I want to do with the remaining stream time, though. Because on the one hand, we've got this file, and we could go and try, for example, Moog. See if we could take him. I still refuse completely and inarguably to even try Millennia on this file, because that could easily wind up taking longer than this entire run has up to this point. I am, of course, exaggerating there, but I wouldn't be surprised if I managed to match the 20 hours that it took to beat Millennia the first time I played Elden Ring. But that said, we could go and try a couple of attempts at Moog just to see how it goes. We could meander the lands between a little bit. We could switch over to the game that oh wait, we can't switch over to the game that I had planned for after this. I was getting my wires crossed. Yeah. I'm trying to think now. How far back do the videos go? All the way back to August of 22. Dang. Oh, I remember. Back when I first started streaming, I was doing different stuff on weekdays versus weekends. It's like, why is Beyond Two Souls mixed in with a Nuzlocke? But no, it does make sense. Yeah, the next game that I have planned is, I believe it's the Great Ace Attorney. Let's see, future streams. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. It's a prequel to the Ace Attorney trilogy. I've played through Ace Attorney. I absolutely love the Phoenix Wright trilogy, and I recently reminded myself to put it on my Steam wishlist and actually check it. Anyway. Oh my gosh, do y'all realize we've been streaming Elden Ring since the start of March. This run has lasted an entire month. Admittedly, I missed a few streams along the way. But yeah, there is one other thing that we could do here real quick. Just because I've been theory crafting a totally different Elden Ring run, and I think it would be kind of interesting to try and just look at how that would start, because it's a truly atrociously awful one. And I don't know if I'll ever do it. If I do it, I don't know if I'll do it on stream. If I do it on stream, it'll probably happen sometime in, like, August or September. Gonna give it a few months before I revisit Elden Ring on stream. So yeah, after we do that, we can begin Journey 2, which is New Game Plus. The enemies and stuff are upscaled and whatnot. That doesn't really affect this run. Also, I don't like to leave my character here in the round table hold. I kind of like to leave... You know what? Normally I would leave things off here in this arena. This is kind of where I chill once I've beaten the game. But first of all, real quick, we cannot get through here again. It's just a wall now. There's no option to enter. Second of all, I think we'll round this one off by visiting our mother-in-law. So yep, this is our new mother-in-law. And also, shout-outs to our tools. Because without them, we would have gotten nowhere. Oops. Shout out to the... Well, first of all, shout out to the Wraith Calling Bell, who was entirely responsible for the start of this run. We literally couldn't have started until after Radon if we didn't have the Wraith Calling Bell. Shout out to the Infant's Head. Just, I mean, absolutely crucial. If we had been left with the other tools, this run would have taken even longer and would have been so much more painful. Shout out to the Omen Bairn, you were present. No, I'm sorry, it's just you got superseded by the Regal Omen Bairn very quickly. Well, if you count like 5 hours spent on Morgott as quickly. Shout outs to the Regal Omen Bairn. Because gosh dang, it was our best damage dealer by a good bit. Shoutouts to the Mimic Veil. We never used you for a practical purpose, but you're still fun. Margit's Shackle. We used a good number of times, actually. And I've never noticed, but it seems to have a 3 rings depiction on it, like what the Elden Beast did. And shout out to the Blasphemous Claw. Yes, we cheated to have you, but you made the Malekith fight so much more fun. So don't question it. Look, it's just us and our mother-in-law. You know what, there's something that I want to do, because I don't think I ever went and picked up the clothes that Ronnie leaves behind. And I figure, you know, when I catch up with my wife, I should probably take those along. So the insane Elden Ring run that I have been theory crafting over the last couple of days, because I realize that it's probably possible, is no moving. Now the rule set would be pretty simple there. You see how I'm walking whenever I use this joystick? Yeah, so that joystick would be banned. And that's the extent of the rules. Oh, nice. Is it not here that she leaves the clothes? Maybe she leaves it in the other tower. In which case I probably did pick it up. Real quick, we're gonna level. Oh, I'll show y'all real quick in a minute. Also, leveling is pointless. You're not wrong about... Y'all aren't wrong about that. You saw that correctly. But... oh. I forgot to swap that off. Hang on. Later, Blythe. You be good now. You never mess with Blythe or Adula. EG should still be alive, so we've managed to run this while preserving all of our wife's friends. I don't really count Celovus as a friend because he's a scumbag. Anyway. I just want to make sure that I have my wife's clothes packed. Ooh, how did I never notice this? That's it. I thought they were just sitting on a chair. Well, now I feel foolish. Dang it. Come on, there's got to be more than like 2 forms. That'll work. And let us never forget our little miniature of our wife. And it took us around 60 hours to beat that challenge. Oh! Admittedly, there's probably at least 5 hours of that that's just me rambling. Alright, real quick. We are going to look at what the start of the no moving challenge is like. And there are exactly 2 valid classes for it. The samurai and the bandit. Both of these are valid because they share one key characteristic that I'll talk about once the file is started. However, having considered their merits, I'm leaning towards bandit. Samurai, admittedly, is generally a better class, especially because it starts off with a very powerful weapon. But the bandit will do as well and has a weapon. Its dagger is probably going to be more useful for us. Now, let's load in a favorite, shall we? And we'll load in excessively pale. And we'll even name him that for now. Excessive pallor. And we will start off with a keepsake. The Fanged Imp Ashes. If we ever do this run on stream, I'll obviously prep a character template specifically for it. Both off stream. Just a reminder, this is what played 60 hours earlier in our other playthrough. Ah yes, and we got to see a little switchy swap between Marika and Radagon during the shattering of the Elden Ring.
In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Is nowhere to be found.
We found her during the last playthrough.
And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish.
Yep, that's a thing.
Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad.
There's Moog stealing Mikola. We didn't really interact with that storyline in the tools only run.
Triggered the
There's Rykard being eaten by the god-devouring serpent.
A war from which no lord arose.
And that is Melania, who I refused to fight during the tools only run.
War
And Radahn, who we absolutely did fight.
by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all.
I'm not actually sure who's narrating here.
Horalu,
There's Horalu.
chieftain of the Badlands. The ever-brilliant Goldmask.
Yeah, we didn't really bother with his storyline.
Fear.
Hey,
the
there's
deathbed
Fia.
companion,
Just about to get pregnant by a dead
the
person.
loathsome dung-eater. And Sir Gideon Othmere. They
Covered
all
in ears,
know
carrying
it.
a box of eyes. And us.
And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring.
And it is theorized that somehow we were within the
And
Erd
become
Tree when we were called
the Elden Lord.
back from the dead. Because of that room that you just saw right there. I'm not sure if I 100% buy it because it does look a little bit differently. But there's some basis for it. So, real quick. Here we are. And I'm actually going to go into settings. Okay, so I'm not allowed to mess with the bindings, which means I just have to keep my finger off of the key. With that said, there are certain movement options available to everyone, and by that I mean we can jump, which doesn't actually move us anywhere, we just stay in place. I believe. I don't think we move at all by jumping. And we can perform a neutral dodge. If we hit the dodge button while we're holding a direction, we'll try and roll or flip or something in that direction. But if we just hit the button while we're holding no direction, we do a neutral dodge, a little back hop. Now, with that said, that doesn't really do much for us. But there is a nice trick that this guy has. His dagger's ash is Quickstep, which isn't strictly necessary, but is nice to have. So we can simply Quickstep to the door. Except, the door only opens to those carrying a finger, which we have to pick up over there. And in case you didn't realize, our options so far do nothing for moving us side to side. But there's a trick. This class and the samurai both start with bows. And by going into first person, and doing some careful positioning setup, we can move. This is the no moving challenge. And this is our basic movement option. We can, as I said before, use the quick step to move directly forward, but it is a bit slower than the alternatives. And, oh, by the way, we're going to die here real quick because it's actually easier than jumping off the cliff. And we have to die here regardless in order to get off this island. But yeah, the quick step takes resources and is a bit slower than the neutral dodge. So we'll mostly use it in areas where we have to move quickly or areas where we need the invincibility. And honestly, with this run concept, I am leaning towards just seeing if it's even possible to complete. If we do it. Again, we're not starting a fresh Elden Ring run. I'm not becoming an Elden Ring only streamer. As much as I enjoy this game, and I really do. Hi, Torrent. You're such a good dog.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
So yeah, all of this just to try to play without moving. Oh, hold up, I want that grace. Oh, and there are a few things that we can do to move normally. Oh, wait. As you can see, attacking moves us along. I would say that it's probably still a bit faster than Quickstep, to be honest. Quickstep doesn't go that fast, it's not that quick. If you aren't if you aren't holding a direction to move.
And I can also that you're not. Then why I am Carlin. I am selling where the land has been. It's only let's say. You know, you should buy a craft essential. The kit costs but the import. Goodbye for now.
So yeah, all of that just to make it to this place. Now, I am going to add a caveat here that I hadn't thought of when I was originally theory crafting this, which is I'm going to allow use of the joystick in the map and other menus, just because that has nothing to do with moving. I mean, I guess you could consider the map moving if you want, but I personally don't consider it relevant to the challenge. that is the other big that is another big reason that I wanted to play as a bandit instead of one of the other options, because I figured that parry strats would be pretty useful, and the bandit starts with the buckler, which is the best parrying option. And just like that, we reach the first grace, and we reach the grace where we meet Melina, and we can get our Honda Accord. Admittedly, this is a stick shift, and as you'll see in this run, I don't really know how to drive stick shift all that well. But it will at least open up the option to move forward at reasonable speeds.
I am Melina.
So as you can see, this run would be pretty awful.
I offer you an accord.
I really wish you were offering me with turbo instead of one that was exclusively manual.
But you, I can play turning to 80. You need to the foot. Then it said, summon me. I bequeath. Use it. It will summon torrent. Treat him with.
So again, I am allowing menuing. Come to think of it, actually,
May I have a word?
I guess it is possible to do this without it's possible to do this without using. It's possible to navigate the map and to navigate fast travel without using the joystick.
A pleasure I am the wit. I'd heard and upon the talk thou art to call forth. I was entrusted by torrents. 'Tis a bell of cause summon them with it. The spirits now it is thy.
So yeah, now we have an extremely useful
How long will he for the
item. Now we have a couple of extremely useful items for navigating the overworld. Well, we have one for navigating the overworld, and we have one for dealing with enemies. Because now summons are a thing. And as I said, I don't really know how to drive stick shift, so the best I can do is mash the dash button. And that was my attempt to get the wet blade that's down there. Honestly, it wasn't a terrible attempt. Like, I made it surprisingly far. As you can see, avoiding enemies in this isn't an easy task. I mean, this is a relatively minor challenge, and yet all of the menuing that I have to do to make anything possible. Is difficult, to say the least. I didn't mean to respawn at the Stake of America. Why did I respawn at the Stake of America again? You know, something just occurred to me. If I approach from the other side and clear the wall, that would put me more directly in the position Luckily, I don't think they follow to... I don't think they follow down here. See? All it took was an excessive amount of time to make it to that one little place. Oh my. You know what? I really don't have a reason not to keep that on there, so sure.
Oi! You there. Could you help us out, Cully?
Sorry, Bach, I can't right now. Oh. So yeah, even just basic movement around the overworld is a nightmare. So I did have a general plan for okay, I'm going to use the joystick here just to show y'all. My general plan for the start of this run would be getting specific summons that make bosses potentially possible. So we've already got the we already have the wolves, which are a good summon. We already have the imps, which are a good summon. That said, there are other summons, for example, one in a grave over this way, that are very useful and that we would benefit greatly from having. Aside from that, we would want to route in, I'm thinking a great shield. I think that would be a good thing to have. A few specific spells. Things like that. worked nicely.
Everyone who came, only to have their... Did you know? It's quite a lot. You're all on your... and heading to Stormvale Castle. Enticed. Well, that makes... But I don't have... It's scary. I want to... Oh, nothing. Oh, I know. Can you take... the poor... and it'll be glad... It was a pleasure. Oh, tell them I love them. Finally getting...
So as you can see, while our neutral dodge is good for certain things, it can't let us jump, and there are places where we can't take torrent. Which is where this gets tricky. One thing that I've realized while theory crafting this run is that it's impossible to go up ladders. It's fully possible to go down them if you happen to encounter a ladder that requires you to go down. But it is completely impossible to go up ladders. So in areas where we need to do some platforming, we'll have to find other alternatives. So as y'all can see, it is fully possible to move without using the joystick that governs movement. There are other options, but as you can also see, those options are pretty awful. They all require energy, among other things.
Forgive me to determine if you had. It seems my war torrent, whereas I'm in. There is, but I can take gathering. Very well. Let my hand.
Ooh, hang on. We can't turn here. Okay, so the round table hold is completely unusable without moving because we can neutral dodge, but we can't swing to move. We can't go into first person to turn. Okay, that is interesting. Oh, that might just ruin the run, though. Because there is no other place where you can get your spirits tuned. And I was kind of trusting that to be an option. Because without getting stronger Ashes of War, that's an issue. Dang. I mean, it's still, like, hypothetically possible, I suppose, but that just makes it awful. Now that is interesting. You know, with that in mind, there is a chance that this run would want to wait to see if the DLC has some option for spirit tuning other than Roderica. I didn't think they were following me.
Not seen names, but let me ask, are you here? Does your despite? Yes, takes me back. Any interest? All I know, now's the time. There's a myriad of battle mementos I find. That's how it grants me.
So yeah, these Ashes of War are another thing that has the potential to be very useful.
Not floating your boat, eh? Well...
Alright, let's go see if we can help Alex.
Hello? Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck. Hello? Hello? Anyone? Hello? Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck. Hello?
It's only taken us 40 minutes to get to Alex. Oh, something tells me I'm not going to do this run on stream. If I do this run at all, because the inability to upgrade summons is actually a huge issue. Like,
Hello?
yes, I can get a hold of...
Can you hear me? Help me.
Oh, my stars. I'm so happy. I am
like,
Alexander.
yes, I can get ranged spells and stuff, but if I can't upgrade my summons, they won't survive long enough to distract the enemy.
Can you help me out of this? My thank. Just give, and I'll pop. Don't dally. Give it your all. Oh, that. Well, once again, I am beyond, and upon this, I'd heard doesn't the no. I'm headed to Redmane. I've heard.
Okay, real quick, I want to check something. Okay. So again, by way of demonstration, the place that we're trying to go is around here. There we go. I think we can survive that. Yes, we can. And I think there's actually a sneaky little site of grace over here that I found out about just the other day. There it is. Also, that is a helpful trick that you can just go into first person on the boat with the bow, and it will point you, or it'll bring you to a complete stop. It takes a second before it actually turns you fully, but oh, I am really seeing just how awful this is. So you see how difficult this can get. I'm wondering, could I sprint past them using Quick Step? I'm pretty sure I need to pull that lever. Dang it. So yeah, as y'all can see, and I don't think I'm going to take it any farther than that because I think it's becoming pretty apparent just how nightmarish this challenge would be to even accomplish the most basic things. As y'all can see, that is the challenge that I started theory crafting. Except now I'm questioning whether it's possible because honestly, I don't think I could do it without upgrading summons. Like, is it hypothetically possible? Sure. Am I ever going to pull it off? I really doubt it. But, hey, we beat tools only. And that's what we were going for, so I think that's pretty dang good. Ugh. I realize it's a bit of a short stream for a Friday, but honestly, I'm just very happy that we managed to finish up Radabeast in the first hour or so of the run. We'll be back tomorrow. It'll be Ace Attorney, and I'm really looking forward to doing something a whole lot less painfully difficult. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. Appreciate y'all. And I hope to see you next time. Later, folks. Bye.